to Big Conversation with Skits.
Hello everyone that is watching us. Thank you for tuning on a Big Conversation Skits. I'm so happy for those who have tuned in and for those who have ensured that they've subscribed to our channel and endeavored to follow us on every media platform. Yeah. Today's session, I really have an interesting guest. He's a father, he's a salongo, he's a producer, he's a film director. Question but a few. Allow me to introduce to you ZAKI Chris. It's a pleasure having you here on the Big Conversation Skits.
I'm pleasure to be here too. Yeah.
Say a brief introduction to our viewers.
You already introduced. Okay.
Okay, hello.
My name is ZAKI CHRIS SHINALI, and I'm happy to be here and Big Conversations with Skits. I'm an audio producer, I'm a songwriter, I'm an artist, gospel artist. Most people know me from there. And yeah, I'm a father, I'm a salongo. And then I'm a film producer. Yeah, so film production is what came in late. So initially I was just in music, but then I came into film as well. And yeah, apparently you can address me as a film director, address me as a producer, all areas.
You're so versatile. You're a producer, you're an artist, you're film director. How are you able to coordinate all these things for collaboratively? You put them.
Of course, I program myself. Yeah, I program myself. I'm someone who doesn't want to be idle. So, and someone who always want to explore something that I have on mind.
Yes.
That's how I get to all this. All the things find me along the way. So I want to explore something and get into it, and it grows.
Is this something that you just studied for? Let's say let's talk of production, because not everyone is a producer. Not everyone can produce. How did you start your production journey, especially audio production?
Production, I started learning from a friend. It's called OJ Rockman. He's my all-time friend. So he knew this kind of production thing. So he used to have a software in his computer. So I kept staying around him. He was doing for some organization songs. It's called Rwanda. So we used to keep have some time together. I kept learning from him from there.
So in simple terms, you became ambitious.
Yeah, I was just passionate with it because at that time I used to play keyboard, so I wanted to get to something that keeps me creative. So that's how I started learning. Though from there I kept on upgrading from more established people like Paddyman. Yeah, I got some lessons from Paddyman. I got some lessons from a guy called Okon. He's also a producer. He's from South Africa. I used to learn a lot from him. So after getting interested in something, I got to learning more about it. The same thing with film. Something I just started doing shortly, but I saw that it's getting there. I'm just growing. So I take on a step of getting to learn more into it.
Then what about this other side of you as an artist, as a musician?
As an artist, that is a born talent. I've grown into music, loving music, do singing, do writing, and all that. Yeah, so the singing and producing, I think they are the things I started doing at the same time. Both of them, I started doing them at the same time.
The others came later on.
Yeah.
For example, filmmaking.
Filmmaking I started in 2022. You said 2021, towards the end of 2021. I was just recording skits of my village kids there. I had I call them my kids, my friends. The village there, a school, at church there, and some kids in the village. So I used just to record them small skits, but it prompted me to get more into not only just doing those short skits, but learning more into film production. So that's how I came into learning again film production. I enrolled to several filmmaking sites, and one of them is called Full Time Filmmaker. Another one is called the iPhone Filmmaking School. This specifically it teaches film and photography when you're using just the iPhone. I enrolled to that. I enrolled to Riots. So all these, there are different classes and different lessons took from them.
What are some of the few achievements that you've got in this career of yours, especially the film making an audio production?
Yeah, I've really got a number of achievements. In music production, I've done a number of productions. I've written for some people. There are people I've written songs for.
So you're a songwriter as well?
Yeah. One funny thing is most of the people I've written songs for, I don't even put credit. I don't put credit on them. It's a few I've done that. But I don't even have to do credit. Sometimes if someone takes a song, as bought the song, they take it. I've done productions. I think most popular gospel songs around town here. Yeah, and for know them. One of the things that I'm not someone who is much into putting stamps into music. So I usually tell people, most likely when you hear some of the good songs in Mbale City here without stamps in them, you know maybe it could be mine.
So most cases producers, when they're doing music, but they come stamps in their audios. That is another way of branding themselves and branding their studios. So how do you brand your studio to attract these customers?
My work itself brands itself. That's one thing I know. Because that's how I've worked all along. It's really hard. According to me personally, it's really hard for me to keep putting stamps in music. Even when I'm listening to a song, I can be disrupted by a mere stamp. It might trigger me to skip. You get it? So I feel like let someone just enjoy the rhythm, the melody from the start to end without interruption. One thing I can do is maybe put it in writing. Sometimes when you look at the songs, we have smartphones that can show details of the song and who sang and all that. That's when maybe you can be able to find details about me. And the other thing is, most of the clients I've had in music have been referred by the ones I've made for.
So the biggest way you brand yourself is through referral from your customers.
Referral, yeah. So you just do someone a song and someone will be like, who did this for you? And good clients will refer them. And that's how they come.
I want to take you back to the filmmaking. You said you started in 2021. So if we were to, it's now like 5 years, 5 to 6 years.
Yeah, I'll count 3 years down because those were like times of just spiking.
Okay, 3 years.
The active years 2023, 2024, 2025.
But we see in that short time, there are a lot of things that you've achieved because of recent you were nominated in the regional film.
Yes.
Best what?
Yeah, we from the times Mbale has been in film. I think even from colleagues, this is the first time we have received awards from film in Mbale. So in the recent concluded UCC regional film competitions, there were 7 different categories that were put outside there, and we scooped 2 of the categories. So we won the best smartphone category.
So meaning your films, you're shooting your films using your smartphone?
Yeah, I shoot my films with smartphone.
And you're competing probably using cameras?
Yeah, that's what happened. And so we won the category of best smartphone film, and we won the category of the best overall film. Like the best film in the whole region still came from us. So it was that was a great achievement. In the first place, when I submitted, it is something that I didn't really put so much effort on. That what I'm going to know. It is I was like, okay, when the things that were happening in the past, I did not get the details and opportunity to get to maybe put there and get to know what it really takes. And then so this year found me with some quite good information. One of my closest colleague and a person I work with, my script writer, it's called Becky. Yeah, when she attended one of the workshops that happened in last year, so she got to know procedures and she told me, you know what, we need to submit in the next, we need to make our submissions in the next competitions. And I said, okay, let's submit because we have had a number of films we have made along, and we submitted them. And I remember I submitted 6 films. That was Borrowed Womb, the one that won the award, and there was Taste of Faith, there was Huselela, there was Miracle, there was a Code, and a Clean Room. Code and the Clean Room were under smartphone. Then these other ones I submitted them under short films. Huselela and Borrowed Womb I submitted them under TV series.
How did you feel like you're doing this and you feel like you've got an award?
No, it's really encouraging. It's really encouraging because sometimes we do these things out of passion, out of love, out of quest, but it is good to know that what we are doing is impacting something outside there, and also actually putting us to some position. Because one, when I was doing this film, something I was doing out of passion, not really trying to look at, I want it to push this, I want to push it, I want it to get there. No. But when I got to know of those opportunities, you can push your film, you can submit, you can put in film festival, I said, okay, so let me try with the ones I have. But it felt so good because at some point, many times I would get also some discouragement from people who have a certain myth and mentality of saying, something with, you can't shoot something with a smartphone and it will go any further. You get a point.
Yeah.
So I evoke that is something that I don't believe in. I believe in creativity, and even I'm someone who has always tried. I try to use what I have at the moment and try to do something big out of it. And I'm always trying to, if I'm doing something, I'm trying to compare to the best. Even through music, I used to love Paddyman's music, and I was like, I want to make music like Paddyman.
So in other words, Paddyman inspired you to do
Yeah, Paddyman inspired me into production. And when I met him in person and got even to learn from him, it felt like a very big achievement as well in music production. So the same into film. So the fact that something that I was doing casually, it is being recognized at a very high level, it is really impressive. And like, so sometimes I be there, I'm like, man, I didn't mean I want to be into film all this much, but it has like dragged me and be like one over sigala one. So it is good. And above all, the team I work with, my colleagues.
That's the same question
team.
I wanted to ask you. How are you able to coordinate all this work? Because during film production, there are a lot of things that are needed, starting from the directing, the script writing, the screening, lighting. How are you able to coordinate all this work?
Personally, as I told you, I got to learn some of these things. I take lessons. I get to learn how they work, and then I also teach others that I work with. If I want someone to do lighting, I'll teach that person how to do the lighting. If I want someone to help with sound, I'll teach that person how to do sound. And so I've made a team, not only people who act. GTS, if you have GTS is full of creatives. These are people, if someone is not acting, he's maybe somewhere on the production team. That's how we are. And that's how we have managed to handle the budget of the film. Because things that really need budget, we'll be able to handle them. They don't only end on that. If we have other things that we really need to put in money, guys come together and we put in. A number of people usually ask me, who funds your film? Who finances your film? I mean, it is us.
So there's no management behind everything that you're doing.
We are the management ourselves. We are the producers ourselves. A producer is someone who funds the film anyway. So we are the producers ourselves. We make film from what we can, assisted by the people we reach out to. I want to appreciate a number of people who have helped us, especially on locations. Yeah, we approach them, we share with them our vision, we share with them our idea, and they come in to stand in. I mean, things that would really need money to get them, we have people who are able to help them. They help us with them, and we are able to acquire them and use them.
So, as you personally, what are some of the future prospects that you have when it comes to all this work that you're doing?
Future prospects?
Yeah.
What we want to be in the future?
Like, where do you see yourself in the future when it comes to film production?
Well,
and audio production.
In entirely music industry. Now, music and film are things that I see they move together. One of the greatest things I want to see is I want to see the Eastern Uganda, and focusing on growth of film in the Eastern Uganda specifically, because in all regions, I think Eastern Uganda has been the place that has always been lagging behind in most of the creative industry. The same thing that happens in music. It's always something similar. But one of the things I'm aspiring for is to see the growth and the competitive grounds when Eastern is able to compete not only within Uganda but across the continent and other parts. I'm also glad to feel like even our film has also made it through the nationals. So on Uganda Film Festival, we are still nominated.
What film is that?
Still Borodum. The same film that won in the region is the same film that has been nominated over there. So it feels really good to be like, we have a film from Mbale, made from Mbale, by people of Mbale, and acted by people within Mbale, being able to reach even up to the national level. Apart from just the region, we are there. So that is already a good ground. It's already a good sign. So it shows that we have the capacity to get there. And all this is because of collective efforts, as I've told you. I believe in unity. I believe in teamwork. So when people have the same vision and work together for the same vision, you always achieve it.
This really shows how hardworking you guys are, because coordinating a movie, from mobilizing the people to be there at the same time, at the same venue, same date, is not something very easy.
It's not really easy. It takes dedication and
Commitment.
sacrifice. I remember when we went to do Husserera, we had to camp in the location for 4 days. All these guys, there are those who are in schools, there are those who work in offices. So when we programmed, we set dates. So everyone had to do whatever they can. And what I said, if you want to be part of this set, make sure you're able to create that time. So guys could go extra miles. Others have jobs that don't even give them time. I will not disclose this, but
No.
but at some point, I have one guy who, at his job, there's no way they could give him permission if he asked it well. So this guy had to fake that he is sick to be able to be given the days he wants.
Now, Chris.
So you get the point. But at the whole point, I looked at this kind of sacrifice, like someone really wants to be part of something. So that was an instance that I showed like this sacrifice, because it's hard. Someone giving you 4 days we're not working because you're going to participate in the art that you're not earning into. You get the point?
Yes.
It's not that you're earning. There's a difference between sacrificing for something knowing that you're going to get from
That has payment.
But this is something you're just sacrificing because you have passion towards it. You get it? So there are two different things. Someone who sacrifices passionately is different from someone who sacrifices because he knows there's something there. So that's one of the things I've observed in my team, and I'm really proud of them. Yeah, they have given me the courage to put more effort into this film industry.
Just to add on that, there are a lot of challenges that you also face when it comes to the work that you're doing. Can you please share with us some of the little challenges that you face during this?
I will tell you the biggest challenge we just have. Me as a person into film, the biggest challenge I have into film is funds and logistics. Those are among the biggest challenges. That's everything rotates around there, because you find that you want to do something, but it requires money. Right now, I'm looking at certain costume for a specific film that we are supposed to do. But when I talk to someone who is able to do this kind of a costume, the cost is telling me for that one costume, the price is quite overwhelming, and you find that in the whole film, you need actually everybody on set to be in that kind of a costume, and you be like, okay, where are you going to get money to make this costume? And on the other hand, you feel like if you can't have this specific costume for this film, it will not give it its feel. So we feel challenged by finances. So a number of times, I'm a victim of this. I've compromised a number of things I do into film because of budget. I look at maybe if there was something I was supposed to have into the film, but because of the budget, I don't have it. I improvise and I say, okay, I can get rid of this, or I can't use this. I can go with this. You get it? Especially costuming, locations, props, sets, equipment, and all that. Find that there's a film one time I did a film and the sound was bad. I had to make everybody to come and do the dubbing into studio, like the film of Miracle. We had a challenge on set with sound, so the sound was really bad. The same way the very first film we did in town is called The Other Side of Me. So I told everyone who acted, who spoke, and I was like, you are going to repeat the same things, the same way, the same tone, the same emotion. So they had to revoice in studio. You get the point? But all that process is really hectic. It's tough. It's not easy, both for the person, because telling the person to repeat the same thing they said, most of them feel they become challenged.
Same
and
tone.
Basically, when it comes to also editing, you really have to, the things have to line to rhyme. Not only that, even in some other films, I've had the same challenge. You have a shoot, probably someone you're hiring sound from is not available on that day, but yet you have to shoot that day. And we just be like, you know what, let's just go and shoot. And you have to shoot on the normal sound, but knowing that you have to go into post-production. Even Borodo has scenes whereby they had to revoice in studio. You can't easily tell them, because I try to technically make sure something looks so original and real. So I've learned to do that because sound is something I started with. So
Now,
the technicalities. So the challenge is always surrounding the funds. That's the biggest challenge. I will not, let's leave alone this thing of rescheduling or canceling the scenes, one person missing. That one can't be too much, but the funding is the biggest challenge.
someone might be out there and really loves your content, the work, the film that you're doing, and would love to support or to fund.
Yeah.
Are you open to such people?
We are really interested in people who really love to support. And one of the things for us, we do the work. And if some people see this and they be like, yeah, we love this. We recently here, it's now coming to 3 weeks. We opened up our streaming platform,
Yes.
our personalized streaming platform, Shinali Films. And these streaming platforms, we have our films there. The same films we have on YouTube, we have also them there. But here on this platform, some of the films we have them at a fee. There's a film we find at 5K, at 3K, 2K, at 1K. You get it? So we have put that fee. Now, why did we do that? I mean, the same films are on YouTube, right? But we have them here. Someone will be like, I can still watch them on YouTube for free. So this one, we created it for people who would really love to support. Now, YouTube can't really be able to generate something enough or something really tangible to invest into film, because even our YouTube is just got monetized and it's still very low. But if someone supports by, it's not because you're paying to watch it, you've even already watched it, but instead of us just coming begging you, be like, man, Skits, you help us with 100K, man, hey, we do this, you get it, it will look awkward, but we'll feel pleased when you see what we do and you support through what we are doing. So our streaming platform has our films. Some of these films, they have the price tag on them. You just follow the prompts, the procedures, just the way you pay with PayPal, with PayPal, with card and all that. And you pay, you'll be like, you're doing this to support. And when you see such kind of notification, we know you're supporting. Apart from only the videos, still on the same site, we have a tab that is named Donate. So you can easily go to that tab of Donate and you'll be like, guys, let me support you with this. There you will decide the amount you want to put, because it's different from the video. The videos have the special tag, but on the Donate tab, you decide. You can be like, okay, guys, let me donate to you 1M. Guys, let me give you 500K. I mean, it will be something really impressive, and we'll be happy to get that. So that's one way we have devised to the people who would really want to support us into making this film. We really need finances to do them. This is the entertainment, and it feels good when people watch and feel entertained. And right now, when you tell someone about a film budget, someone can be like, what? So most of the times, I want to close my eyes from what the cost of film would be and just get something done. Because as a filmmaker, when you look at the film budget, it is going to do what? It is going to make you feel like us, sijasobola chikola. But I've challenged myself with that even when it's at the worst, I try to make sure I get something done.
Yeah. Chris, if we were to discuss things because
I get it.
Now I'm really happy for you, because you've really done a lot of art, and this has already promoted our city.
Yeah.
Because I see many people that are acting and they're within, they're promoting the culture, the language. I'm really happy for that. I think let's pray you add on. Just if you have anything that you can share with our viewers out there as we sum up the show.
Oh yes, I want to encourage and call upon our viewers of the Big Conversation. Please, let's love things from home. Let's support something from home. At least for the first time we recently had screening of our newest films, and I want to tell, I was so impressed by the turn up. I was so impressed, and I was actually shocked, because let me tell you, a Mbale person to come out to go and pay to watch a Mbale film, they will tell you like, can't do that. You get it? But I want to thank our people who have really shown support, as people have been watching the films we do, and they have been really loving them and applauding them. And when we had our screening, they really came. You get it? They turned up, they bought tickets, they came, they sat and watched our work. And not only watching, they really got impressed with what they were watching. And they didn't only end on just watching, they feel like they are part of this.
And they need more of that.
And they need more of that. So if someone feels like this is something from our home and it's interesting. So we are so grateful to everyone who supported this screening. And as we have many of them coming, I want to encourage you to really come through. We have our social media platforms open, and all our social media platforms have this very link I talked about. I will encourage someone out there, please support us. Go to that site. Every link, every bio of our social media, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and then X, LinkedIn, you'll always find that link. It is Recious Lighted. It is leciouslighted.co.ke. It's a Kenyan site while we are working on our personalized one because it also needs money. Yeah, but I have a very good friend of mine who accepted to host us on his site, to host our streaming site on his own site, while we are trying to get money to create our own independent. So he has been also helpful to that. So go there. We'll ask you, use those very links, those sites to support us. And if you really want to reach us out, also to support us in physical or through any number, all our social media sites have our own contacts. And even below the screen here, you'll find our contact and details to our social media sites.
So that is Shinali Films?
Get us.
Or
yes.
GTS?
Shinali Films, GTS Entertainment, all these names combined. If you search any of them, it will lead you to all our sites because we use it interjointly. So people usually ask, what's the difference between Shinali Films and GTS Entertainment? Shinali Films is a production house. Shinali Films is a company that does film production. GTS Entertainment is a hub of the creatives who are learning and making film. People who are acting and people who are participating in production. So that's what gives this a difference. If someone wants to join GTS, there's always a procedure. The information is always there, and we always get in touch.
Okay, thank you for turning up. Thank you.
Thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Okay, bless.
The Big Conversation with Skits.